Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. If you didn't know, now you know. And this is what I look like. If you haven't seen me in a while, you know it's because I've been sick. And if you've never seen me before because you're new here, it's because I've been sick. But I am better now, mostly. Better enough to do face cam, but not better enough to curl my hair. But that's not important. Today we're doing 4th of July nails, so let's get started on the nails while I talk to you guys. So first, as always, we need a base coat. It's Orly Bonder. So, as you guys have probably heard in some of my previous videos, the last like 2-ish months have been really hard on my health. Not anything serious, but it's like suddenly I have allergies that I've never had before. When I was a younger person, I had seasonal allergies, but in my adult life, it hadn't really been a big issue. But these last 2 months, I have been suffering, and it took me a little while to figure out what combination of medication was going to give me the relief I needed to function, and I finally got that figured out. Okay, so before we get started with the painting, because each nail is going to be a bit of a different color, I'm just going to show them to you. They are all Orly. You're on Sapphire, Crawford's Wine, and this is just Orly white tips. So, as you probably heard in my last video, we recently had a storm that was pretty dramatic, knocked out the power. In some parts of my city, they didn't get power restored until a week later. Look at my horrible paint job. I swear, one day I'm gonna learn to paint in the lines. Luckily, I myself was only out for about 2 days, but it was 2 terrible days. I would not like to do that again, that's for sure. But we are back up and running now. I do have electricity, as you can tell by this video, so that's great. Also, if you haven't seen yet, we finally reached the 500 subscriber mark. It has been a long road. You did recently see that we did reach the 1 year of making nail videos, and I really tried to get that 500 subscribers to land about the same time since they were coming up so close together, but I wasn't able to get it done. However, we've done it now, so definitely be on the lookout soon for that giveaway video. We are still doing that, and I have this whole box of stuff, and you do just want to make sure that you are subscribed, because in order to be able to win that, I am going to have to be able to see your subscriptions and that I am on that list. If you live in the US, leave in the comments what you're doing to celebrate this 4th of July, this Independence Day. For me, I'm probably not going to do a whole lot since it is on a weekday, and I do work the following morning. But for the weekend, I may have a little barbecue out in my backyard. I do that because that's pretty fun sometimes, but also it's still damaged from the storm, so we'll see. I'm gonna give this a moment to dry and then a second coat, and then I'll be right back. All right, we've given that a few minutes to dry down a little bit. We're gonna go in with China Glaze, fast forward, quick drying top coat. I got a speck. Not happy about that, but there's nothing I can do. So now that we've got this dry enough to touch, we can move on to the decorating. First, we're going to go in with this glitter recycler and this combination of red, white, and blue glitters. Hopefully you're able to see it well. And then we're going to use this Nina Ultra Pro base coat. The reason that I chose this base coat is because it's kind of thick and slow drying, so I have a moment to work with what I'm doing. It doesn't matter what kind of base coat you use as long as it gives you the time that you need. So this is the nail that we're going to be working on, and basically what we're going to do is paint a thick layer of this on and then sprinkle that glitter into it. Now this is a tray that I hope will not spill everywhere, but I cannot guarantee it. I think we've did pretty well. And then I have this as well, this little cuticle stick. I'm just gonna use this to go around the edges after I tap some of this off, to make sure that it's not just like piled up in my cuticles, because that's not gonna dry smooth, and so I don't want that. Okay, so I'm gonna try and bang a little bit of this more excess off, but it's something you kind of have to do delicately so you don't hit the nail or yourself too hard. It's not much falling off coincidentally, so let me go around these under bits as well, get that looseness off. So what I'm probably gonna have to do then is just tap the rest of this down, because it's as clean as it's gonna get. Now this base coat is still sticky and I can feel it where I'm touching. So you don't wanna do it with very much pressure, otherwise it's just gonna smush everything around and stick to your finger. We kinda still want our sharp point though. All right, I think that's as tapped down as it's going to get. We're gonna give that some time to dry, and then I am going to encapsulate that with some more of that base coat. And then when that is dry, I'm gonna seal all that in with top coat. Now do remember, with nail polish, it thins as it dries, so it's not gonna leave that thick, clear, smooth layer. There is gonna be texture. Now there are some glitter grabber type top coats that can help with that, and that's totally fine if you wanna use that, or if you wanna wait about a day until it's super, super dry and then gel top coat it, you can do that as well. While we wait for that to dry and harden, we're gonna go in with 4 rhinestones only and apply a few decorations. Goodness gracious, Star, chill out. That thing is trying to get away. I really need to get it up into the center of the screen so y'all can see what I'm doing. So that's really all that I was gonna do on that nail. I think it's pretty simple, pretty cute. After that gets nice and dry, of course, we'll reinforce it. And then we also have this big charm for this nail. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop a blob on. Let that roll around a little bit. That was more than I wanted to roll. And then we're gonna take our charm, and this one is gonna be the same situation. Once it gets nice and dried down, we'll go in and reinforce it as well. We do wanna try and make it straight. The back of this is curved, sort of, but as you can see, much less curved than my actual nail, so we'll definitely wanna build that up a little bit under there with the 4 rhinestones only when it is dry. I think that's pretty cute. It could have potentially went down a smidge lower, but I think this is okay. So let's give this a moment. Is it straight? I think it's straight. All right, we'll be back. So this is doing its thing, working on drying. I put another layer of base coat on this to work on sealing that in. But now I want to go in, I've got these stencils, and I'm going to use them for my remaining 2 nails. We're going to put some red stripes over here, and then some hollow silver stars over here. Ooh, and I just dumped my acetone on the table. Oh no. Goodness, if I can just not do that, that'd be great. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to take this bit and try and cover as much of the nail with it as I can. It's a bit of a skinny one, but it's because I've used part of it previously for something else. So let's try and get this on here as flat as we can so that we don't miss any. If the polish gets up underneath it, it kind of does ruin the striping effect. This one doesn't want to stay down. Get on there. So we're just going to have to do the best we can. We're going to take this red polish that we used earlier, Crawford's wine, and we're going to put some on this sponge and then dab it on here. I find this to be the best way to apply polish over stencils, because if you just paint it on with the brush, it tends to smush it up under the stencil, and that is not the look that we are going for. You do have to be a little bit generous with polish because the sponge does soak it up. And then, so we will just boop, boop, boop. I'm gonna get a little bit more. I would like that to be a little bit more opaque. You don't want to let this completely dry though before you get that stencil off. Otherwise, it's gonna peel your paint with it. That's pretty good, right? Yeah? And then we'll just take this and get it up off here slowly. We've got a couple of areas of opportunity. I'm gonna see if I can't clean those up with a cleanup brush. This is harder to do with nail polish than with gel because you can't just wipe it up. I am really preferring to have a clean set of lines, which was the point of using these stencils. Hopefully I got enough top coat on here to survive this wiping and not mess up our white. I suppose that's pretty reasonable. Now we'll want to go ahead and get all this cleaned up off the nail. I would definitely recommend using liquid latex before you do this so that you can just peel that off, but I actually completely forgot about liquid latex, so here we are. Reds can be a bit of a pigmented color and do a little staining, but I think we did a pretty decent job getting that mostly cleaned up, so we will move on. My battery is dying, so I'm gonna do this one with this Color Club Don't Harp on it, and I'm gonna charge this camera and then I'll be back. And here we have it. So I put this on. This one did do a little bit of a mess up under, so I did have to do some cleanup work, and then I have top coated that in, as well as added some more over here, and then I did go ahead and throw on a couple little stars here. And so we do just need to finalize our top coating with, again, China Glaze for rhinestones only. So guys, what do you think of these nails? Are you feeling the vibe? I think they're kind of cute. I wish they were a little bit neater, but my nail art skills are only as good as they are. If you live in the US, again, let me know what you're doing for the 4th of July. And if you also do 4th of July nails, please tag me so I can see what you've done. I am very interested. Also, thank you for watching my video. I definitely do appreciate it. I appreciate all of your interaction, your likes, your comments, if you're sharing my video. It all does help the algorithm, plus it makes me feel good about the videos I'm making. I enjoy making these videos and I want you to enjoy watching them so that, you know, we can keep having a good time here. Please do make sure that you are subscribed. We are growing. You've seen we made it to 500. That's fantastic. The giveaway is coming soon. Be on the lookout for that. And then our next milestone will be 1,000 subscribers, and hopefully it won't take us a whole nother year to get there, but I guess we'll see. And then also I've got some pretty exciting stuff coming up. It's a busy season. Some of my upcoming videos are already recorded and prepared, so you'll see that I was still sick when those happened. Don't worry, I'm not sick again. They're just old. You can tell by the nails that I'm wearing in them. Like, you can see these nails were from the video that I posted last week. Anyway, thank you. Thank you for everything. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.